What's up, you guys, man? It's the Portal Prospect. I'm back with another episode of the Mental Awakening Podcast. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell to get notified every time I drop a video, you guys. I appreciate y'all, man, for being here. We're going to go ahead and kick it off, man. I wanted to talk about today something that you have to do along your journey of, when you're trying to reach a higher frequency and bring up your vibrations. And this is called the art of sacrificing. Now, a lot of people claim they will do anything to get what they want. A lot of people claim to they really claim that they want to sacrifice, but do you understand what that means? Like, sacrificing is big. That's why sacrificing is not for the weak. Any sacrifice that's ever been made is a real sacrifice. There was sometimes there's collateral damage in a sacrifice. Sometimes people will be hurt by what you got, by you sacrificing. But it's for the betterment of yourself. You have to look at it in that realm. It's not personal. And during this time, for me personally, as I'm sacrificing, I'm sacrificing a lot. Energy, time, relationships. See, a lot of folks, that's where they go off the rail. They can sacrifice the time. Some folks don't want to do that though sometimes. But you can. Sacrifice time. Your energy. If you really want it, you'll go get it. Relationships. A lot of people are not willing to let go of certain relationships if it's not beneficial. A lot of people think because we're either related or you've been around a long time that you automatically get access into my energy field. You don't. You don't get that access to my energy field. And I want to allow myself to get to a place to where you're bringing me down. You have to notice it though, because sometimes you won't even notice. Sometimes you won't even notice that you're being brought down, because you'll feel an energy shift. You don't know where it's coming from yet. The more that you get into your journey, the more you'll start understanding where. You'll be able to see it before it even gets there. You'll be able to avoid it. But early in the journey, man, you will not. You'll feel something different. You'll be like, man, why do I feel like there's something pulling on me? Something pulling on me. Something's pulling on me. It's pulling on me. And then all of a sudden, you'll be like, oh, I try to resurrect a dead thing. A lot of times we do that, man. I've done it. I've tried to resurrect a dead situation, a dead relationship that didn't mean me no good, out of the fear of being alone, out of being in solitude. You gotta. That's why the art of sacrificing is hard, because when you're in those lonely places, you're in the solitude, man, you have to make sure you have to, because there's going to be moments of it's not even weakness, it's natural moments of loneliness. It's natural. It's not your body. When you're on this journey, you're really alone. You are, because you're really finding yourself. You need to be lonely to find yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be lonely to find yourself. There's no way you're going to find yourself around a bunch of nonsense, around a bunch of people. It's impossible to do. And I think the best, like I said, the best move for you to do is to recognize where it's coming from, and you got to chop it at the head. You have to. Because if you let it linger around and let it stay around, it'll keep coming back. And that's what you don't need. It's rough, it's tougher to do it actually than what I'm saying. But there is ways. And I promise you, if you keep on applying, keeping a little bit of distance. See, even with going through this time, I have slight distance from a little bit of everybody. I love all my people. I'll never get that correct. And I'm still close with some people. But it's still a distance a little bit. And it's not a standoffishness. It's one of those things where I'm on my journey. I don't need no distractions. Just like I'm not going to distract you on your journey. Feel what I'm saying? You just have to have a safe distance. 6 feet. It was 6 feet. It's just safe distance. And it's just because I don't need anything negative. Even if you're talking about your negative situation, that could enter into me and cause me to start speaking negative. I don't need none of that. So what I try to do is just a little bit. It's nothing bad. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you're doing it because you hate them. You're doing it because you want to you're getting yourself together. You want to be a new person. You want to elevate. You want your mind to elevate. You want to open up your third eye. You want to, anything, whatever you want to do. And you just got to make sure on this journey that you're ready. Because there is going to be some highs. There's going to be some peaks. And then there's going to be some valleys that you have to go through. And it's okay when you're in that valley, you hunker down. You bunker down. And you do what you got to do. You do what you have to do. So I just feel like prepare yourself. Because when you're sacrificing, some people ain't going to understand. They ain't going to understand why you feel bad. They're not going to understand why you've been staying in this office. They're not going to understand it. And it's okay. It's okay. You tell them why. If they don't understand why, then it's okay for them not to understand. They'll understand later on. And like I said, through this art of sacrifice, sometimes you got to sacrifice your plate. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your plate and fast. Sometimes, you know the crazy part? You know what I realized too? That in every fast, it don't have to be long. It don't have to be a long fast at all. Sometimes when you're fasting, it can be for 24 hours. Because you got the answer that you needed. It's already clear. You don't have to fast long every time. But sometimes you need that fast, the long one. I know mine is coming up. I can feel it. It's coming up. It's coming up time where I need to cleanse my body. Get all the cloudiness out, all of it, everything. It's getting time around that time, man. It is. It is. And I appreciate, the people that have helped me along this journey. For sure. I appreciate it. It ain't been easy. It's been some tears. It's been tears, man. It has, because when you're really doing this thing and you're sacrificing, you really get to the deepest, ugliest parts of you. And I mean, not the parts that people get to see. I'm talking about way down in the jungle, deep. Way down inside you. And you get to the innermost, ugliest part of you. And you're trying to get that out. And it may just not come out on one swipe. You have to keep going down there and constantly cleaning. And constantly cleaning. And constantly cleaning. Because when you elevating, you can't have that weighing you down. And so during this journey, I've had to face a lot. A lot of pain. A lot of pain I've inflicted. A lot of thinking errors and a lot of decision making And once you go through that, you'll get a clear picture on what the next step is. You box in all of those feelings. You box all those feelings in. And once you do that, you release them. You forgive yourself. You forgive others. And you get a sense of closure. But all this comes from meditation. That comes from sitting in that thing. That comes from isolation. That comes from getting away from everybody. That comes from sacrificing. That comes from sacrificing time, energy, relationships. I learned, man, so quickly that a lot of people that I've dealt with in my life, a lot of people that I've been around in my life, were meant to be in my life for a short amount of time. It was never a forever thing. That's either relationships, friendships, all of that. Like I told y'all, circle real small. Circle is real small. And so for me, I sacrificed a lot of relationships. I mean, even the relationship, with your family, thinking about family relationships, I had to cut off a lot of folks. And they don't understand why, and they don't know why. But I understand and I know why. And they'll figure that out later for themselves. But I needed to do what I'm doing. Because it gets me to a place of elevation and not having to worry about others' expectations and not have to worry about others' judgment. And the crazy part about me, I've always been the person who don't care about that. Like, people judging, I don't care about that. I don't care. I never did. And I think that's a good thing. Of course you want to be loved and accepted and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it's never been the end all be all for me. It never was. I'm just happy that I'm in a place to where I can share knowledge with people and grow at the same time. As I'm sharing this energy and this knowledge with you guys, I'm constantly growing. And I'm getting to a place to where I'm happy. I'm real happy. True happiness. Because I'm doing something that I love to do. And I have a passion for what I'm doing. But it took the long nights. It took the late nights. It took the tears. It took the energy. It took the sacrificing. All that's covered in sacrifice. Everything I said, sacrifice. And then a lot of people look at me and be like, man, you shut off to the world. That's a good thing. Because I don't want to be controlled by world systems, dominated by world systems. I don't even want their ideology of how things should be in my brain. I want to be able to create my own reality, and that's what I'm doing now. I appreciate y'all, man, and y'all being here and listening to how I got through my journey, man, and how I want you guys to elevate too, and how the art of sacrificing is so key in this journey because it teaches you discipline. Sacrificing takes discipline because you have to put something down and not go back to it. That's discipline. It teaches you to be able to go cold turkey. Because a lot of times you need to go cold turkey. You don't need to just sit up there and let it linger. And let it linger. I just want to thank you guys, man, for tuning in today, man. This was an episode on the art of sacrificing. It was a good show today, man. And I poured out my heart to you guys. I appreciate y'all, man, and know that this is coming strictly out of a place of love, man. Everything I'm saying is out of love. Until next time, it's the Mental Awakening Podcast. It's the Porter.